When do we want it? Now!
Thousands of protesters took to the streets of Washington, D.C. and other U.S. cities to demand protections for voting rights, piling pressure on lawmakers to counter a wave of ballot restrictions in Republican-led states.
By any means necessary.
Organizers say the moves to curb voting access would disproportionately affect people of color.
Our country is backsliding to the unconscionable days of Jim Crow.
Martin Luther King III spoke to Saturday's crowd on the anniversary of his father's historic 1963 March on Washington.
So we need to turn up the pressure on the leaders who think their flimsy talk about bipartisanship is more important than our rights.
So far this year, at least 18 states have enacted laws restricting voter access, according to the Brennan Center for Justice at New York University. Protesters argued that in America, all eligible voters should have rights.
I care about everybody in this country who's eligible to vote should have access to the voting booth.
That is why voting is so important. It's not about agreeing, it's about your right. And when you have that right to express, you are really doing justice for yourself.
Many protesters said they were pushing for a passage of a federal law that would restore key protections of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which outlawed discriminatory voting practices. The bill, called the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, named after the late civil rights hero and longtime congressman, was approved in the U.S. House this week, but faces poor prospects in the Senate due to rules that allow a minority to block legislation.